Hello everyone. It's been a long time. I haven't made any videos on immigration or UK laws. But this time, from the last 2 days, I've been getting calls, messages, left, right, center, on the immigration announcements, the changes to the immigration announcement which are being made in UK. So, you know, uh, in order to address especially the Telugu communities, people who have migrated or who are planning to migrate to UK, just want to make a small video giving my view on the announcement that are made. So I think we can just call it as UK visa panic situation. But to be very honest with you, I don't look at it as a revolution. Rather, I look at it as a evolution because see, I've been in UK for the last 17, 18 years. And since then, compared to today, the inflation has really gone up. And in order to match the inflation, as well as the salaries also has gone up, to what we used to get to what people are earning today is completely different. So, as I said, it's an evolution rather than a revolution. Okay, so there is really nothing to panic about. Let me say this very honestly, and with an experience working on immigration and also being an advisor for different charitable organizations which help migrants in UK. I think it's since 2012 I have been a part of it. So with all my experience with the changes what I have seen in the last almost 2 decades, I can tell you there is nothing to panic about. So let's start with a positive note that there is nothing to be worried about. Second is I have seen statements because I know where the panic is coming from. I have read an article on the immigration website news says biggest overhaul of legal migration model in 50 years. That's like completely changing the shape of immigration, which is just not very true in terms of the specifics what we look at. Okay, so let me give you an example. When Theresa May was the foreign minister, she has brought in a law wherein it restricted the students to take up part-time jobs, 20 hours working, which was removed, and PSW was removed. What happened because of that decision was purely the numbers has come down from thousands to tens. Then the UK government has realized that whatever they did was not right, and they have again changed the laws and brought back the PSW as well as 20 hours working rule back in order to attract the international students. So this is one super example which I can say. Second, there is one new element which I have seen throughout these proposed laws. But the reason why I say it's a proposed laws or they are not actually incorporated into UK immigration laws, they are the proposed ones. Okay, there is yet time to get a confirmation whether they're all going to go in or not. Okay, this by saying so, whatever was announced, whatever has came out from the UK External Affairs Ministry, if we look at it, the only new element what I have seen, which was not there in last 2 decades, was community service. Okay, so are you really serious about this? I think this wouldn't go well with the proposal what they are making, because rather than just saying it very generic, let me put it in my own context. High skilled work permit salary threshold was around 15 to 16,000. If somebody earns 15 to 16,000, this was around 2005, 2006. If they earn around 15 to 16,000 or around 18,000, they used to get high skilled work permit. Okay, HSMP is what it used to be called. What they did was in 2007, 2006-7, what they did was they have taken out this HSMP and replaced it with just Tier 1 General. Okay, they completely removed it. What happened? What happened was this, whatever was the 15 to 18,000 threshold, what was there, in order to get a PR through HSMP route, they changed the threshold to 35,000 K. So in my case, when I came to UK, I came on a Tier 1 General work permit, which allowed me to work, take up any sort of job. The only condition was I can't practice as a doctor or as a sportsman. So the threshold what was given to me was 35,000, right? So 35,000, I have to earn every year 35,000 in order to extend my visa after 2 years. So first year I have 35,000, second year 35,000. When I match this criteria, then I am eligible to apply for 3 years extension. So what happened was whoever has come, because we were the first lot on Tier 1 General, almost out of 100 who has come, almost 99% has to go back to India because they never could meet that threshold of 35,000. So then what happened? So after 2 years, I got more than what the threshold was given to me. Then I went for an extension. I got 3 years. Then after 3 years, this 35,000 criteria was still there. They verified all the 5 years document along with P60. And I got my visa through 1 day service. So I got my permanent residence with that 35 threshold. But let me show you. I have my payslip. This is roughly, I can't show you the whole thing, but this is the payslip which I used to get through post. It's like an envelope. It's not a PDF or anything. So I have to show you a physical copy. So if you clearly see, I'll just attach an attachment as well. If you clearly see here, that says on the top my employer number or my name. You can see the date payday was on 28th Jan 2025. Okay, if you see my gross earnings, it was around 6,452 pounds and 6p. My deduction was around 2,121 pounds 98p. So after all the taxes, NI pay, everything, the total amount I was paid was around 4,330 and 8p. Okay. So somebody who was getting, this was in 2015 and we are talking in 2025 now. So I was earning around 6 lakh rupees, including my bonus, everything, 6,000 pounds. And I used to pay 2,000 pounds tax, and my net take home was around 4,300. The reason why I took my example was, see, somebody who is working, I was working as an operational manager, handling, I was in banking, handling around 10 to 15 stores. If I'm earning this amount and handling so many stores and handling such a big teams, different branches, where would I get time to even think of voluntary work? Let me clarify one more thing as well. Let me add something to this as well. I was I applied for voluntary policing, which I got qualified, because I was very passionate, to work in the community. So I was, it was in 13 or 14, I qualified as a voluntary police officer, which demands me to be at work whenever I can. Most of them know voluntary policing is almost like policing, but you can go on your own time and you don't get salary, you get some extra perks, so like small benefit. So even with an intention to do something or contribute to the society where I was working, I have cleared the exam and become a voluntary police. After 3 or 4 months, I have to withdraw myself, because even that was becoming very painful for me, traveling, and whatever little time I got, I couldn't even spend with my family. So the voluntary work, what was being announced in this proposal, I think that doesn't make any sense. And when there was the more emphasis is made on supporting the skilled labor and encourage them to be a part of that society, is what the whole projection of this new immigration bill looks like. But I think, if that is the case, which is good. And as I said, from 15 to 18,000 to 35,000, which was like a big shift. But now the number has only increased by 2 or 3,000. But in my case, as I said, one of the example, 2015, when I was earning around 6,000 pounds or 7,000 pounds a month, there is no way I need to panic about. And even half of the amount, even half of what I was earning at that time was not the target given to me. So, as I said, this is more based on the inflation, the changes, the cost of living in London or in especially in UK. They are trying to change things, but nothing is so worrying, okay? And there is nothing to panic about. The only thing I would say, as I said, in my case, it was around 2 plus 3 years and I got a PR. Now they are saying 10 years. But let me tell you, if even this proposal comes into life, if they implement this, still there is nothing to be worried, because it's not that, as I said, the example what we took with the students, the change in the tier 4, that's the students coming to UK. Even in that case, they have to change it in next 2-3 years. So if they made a rule, or if they have introduced this 10 years as a criteria, as one of the criteria, I don't think there is much to be panic about at this stage. So I would say, especially to whoever is calling me or trying to reach me where I couldn't respond, seeing things from inside UK and outside of UK, practicing in UK courts as well as, in Indian courts, I look at this in a different perspective. And even if somebody is planning to go to UK, I don't think you should be really, you should panic about this situation. There is no big changes happening. As I said, that is the reason, rather than generic going through what was said or what was in the documents in the past, I thought taking my own example and explaining it. Have some patience. Let's see what comes up. This is a proposal. There is nothing to be worried about. If there is anything that I have missed or haven't covered, please do text me, and I'll be more than happy to reply you back. And sorry for those who I didn't respond or pick up the calls, because I'm in India right now and there is a time difference, as you all know. So there was some odd times and I was in something else. So please try to reach me if you really need me. Okay, I'm here to give you the free legal advice, whatever I can, as always. And I felt really happy, because it's been a while I stopped making any videos on immigration or giving any advices. I'm randomly doing it, but when I saw this response or people trying to reach out to me, I felt really happy, because people do appreciate the kind of work what I have done voluntarily in the past. So once again, thank you for whoever has tried to reach out to me, texted me or called me. And I'll, if needed, if there is anything that missed out by other people who are making these videos, then I'll make a video. Till then, signing off. This is Ram Chala.